example, sound waves, light waves, waves na nasa dagat, pwede rin. Okay, mga vibrations. Now, isang mahalaga na gagamitin natin all throughout the discussion is yung medium na tinatawag. Medium is any material. When we say medium, pwede ang air, pwede ang plastic, glass, pwede ang water, wood, na pwede pong pag-travelan ng mga waves. Kaya nga diba, yung ingay na kapitbahay, tinik nyo pa rin kasi nakakapag-travel siya sa iba't ibang medium. So, ang tawag sa waves na nakakapag-travel sa iba't ibang medium or kailangan ng medium to travel on is what we call mechanical wave. Whereas opposite of this, wave that doesn't require a medium to travel on is what we call electromagnetic wave. Yung sa number 2 po yan. Pwede nyo ilista-lista na lang mga phrase or keywords sa pagma-memorize. When we say elastic wave kasi, motion in direction yung key phrase natin. Transverse naman ang tawag. And syempre, torsional, aaralin nyo to later on sa strength of materials, twisting motion or twisting wave. Okay, next po tayo, number 3. Pwede nyo na lang screenshot yung mga solutions natin or yung mga masisipag na magsulat. Kasi diba, yung iba effective sa kanila yung pagsusulat, mas tumatatak. Tama naman yun. Number 3. When the two waves of the same frequency, speed, and amplitude traveling in opposite direction are superimposed, they produce standing waves. Okay, pagka two waves of the same frequency, same ng frequency, speed, tapos amplitude. Diba sa wave kasi, meron niyang amplitude, gaano ka taas, amplitude yun. Frequency naman, how many cycles sa isang segundo. So, magka-relate ang frequency sa speed. So, pag may dalawang wave po na okay, traveling in opposite direction, they will produce standing waves. When we say standing waves, mas malaki. For example, di ba pagka nilalaro yung jumping rope or kahit anong goma or cable, pagka hinatak sa kabila, tas ihatak din ito sa kabila, mag-create ng mga waves or loops, tendency mag-create ng mas malalaki pa. Diba? Naranasan natin yung laruin ng bata. So, tawag po doon is standing waves. Next, number 4. Wag ko po muna solve yung 4, 5 muna tayo. A steel wire 2 meters long has a mass of 20 grams and is stretched with a tension of 1,000 newtons. Take note, when we say tension kasi is stretching force. Pagka binat or ini-stretch, may force kang kailangan, di ba? So, tension ang tawag doon. What is the velocity of propagation of the transverse wave in the wire? Okay. Ito yung title ng formula. Velocity of propagation of the transverse wave in the wire or spring kasi yan. Yung formula. So, ang formula, transverse wave perpendicular. Yun yung keyword natin sa objectives kanina. Wala isang mahalagang example ng longitudinal na dapat alam ninyo is sound waves. Okay, so formula here is equal to T over linear density. T is tension, density L is linear density or rho L. Dapat alam alam niyo po ang definition ng density. When we say density, di ba mass over volume? Density. Pero pagka linear po na density, linear dapat yung units, kaya mass per length. Okay, linear yung unit. Ang volume kasi cubic yan. Linear. So, ito pang formula, mass over length. And napakahalagang approach or paraan ng pagsusolve sa ESAS, lalo pa po hindi alam yung mga formula, is unit analysis. Yung unit analysis or unit cancellation na tinatawag. Super helpful po yun. So, tension is a force. So, 1,000 newtons. Newtons is SI unit of force. Diba? SI unit of force yan. Pwedeng gawing mga objective kasi yan. So, 1,000 Newton na yung lalagay natin dito. Tension of 1,000 Newton. Stretching force of 1,000 Newton. Mass per length. Look at our given, 20 grams per 2 meters long. Okay. Like for example, neto engineers, hindi mo yan agad i-evaluate sa calculator. Unit analysis. Saan dyan yung magka-cancel? And ano ba yung goal mong unit? Ang goal mo po, tignan sa choices, dapat naka-meters per second. Nasan dyan yung meter second? Okay. So, napakahalaga ang mga conversion. Ang isang Newton is just equivalent to 1 kilogram meters per square second. Same po ang unit na ito. Kaya kung papalitan natin si 1,000 Newton ng kilogram meters per square second, kasi the same nga lang, dito mo makikita ngayon yung goal mong unit. Okay, ang goal natin po kasi is meters per second. So, hindi mo nagagalawin dyan yung meters at saka second. Si kilogram at si grams ang kailangan na mag-adjust. So, paano mag-adjust, dapat mawala po sila pareho kasi meters per second ang goal. How to eliminate unnecessary units? Yun nga po yung mga conversion natin. So, 1,000 grams is 1 kilogram. Okay, from here, masasolve nyo na po yung ating answer. Kasi cancel na si grams, kilograms dito at kilograms sa ibaba. Kaya unit sa loob ng square root is 1,000 over 20, 2 times 1,000, what? Meter square per square second. And if you take the square root of this unit, it will indeed give you meters per second. Okay. Kasi pag hindi mo muna i-check, engineers, yung mga units mo, then input ka ng input sa calculus, magkakamali po tayo. Wala na sa choices. So this time, meron 316 meters per second. Letter C. Also, ito hindi mo makakalimutan tong conversion na to. Ano ba ang Newton's second law na tinatawag? Law of acceleration. And under law of acceleration, that is mass times acceleration formula. Ito very common formula. Alam natin ito kahit nung high school pa. So, Newton, unit of force, mass, kilogram, acceleration, meters per square second. So, satisfied pa rin naman. Actually po, dalawa yan. Kung mayroong para sa transverse wave, ano bang opposite ni transverse wave? Diba longitudinal? Meron din pong velocity for longitudinal waves. I-add na lang natin dito. Kasi wala pong number na example nito. Kaya i-memorize nyo na lang to. So, in case you will encounter velocity of longitudinal waves, you will use this formula. velocity is equal to square root of E over P. Magbago na tayo ng sige, dito na lang. Siksik ko na lang siya. So, ito yung formula. Ito is for solid. I think nasa handout nyo rin pala. Ito. So, check nyo na lang. So, for solid, babanggitin kung solid. Dito kasi wire or spring lang yan. Example. Sa longitudinal, dalawa. For solid, you will use V equals E over rho or density. And for gases, you will use V is equal to square root of KRT. Ito, mas i-discuss na lang further sa chemistry ninyo or thermodynamics, yung R at saka T. And kung sakaling lumabas yan sa quiz, ibibigay naman lahat yung mga values na yan. So, ito kasi is modulus of elasticity. Ito, density. So, where E is modulus of elasticity. Rho density yan. So, same lang. Yung rho dyan. Yung R, gas constant. Babanggitin itong mga to engineers kung sakali sa problem. And kung hindi man, maaaral nyo to further nga sa chemistry. And then, T is temperature. Yan lang naman. Yung mahalaga mong i-memorize. And then K is 1.4. Paki-memorize. This is for air, oxygen, and nitrogen. Yan. Additional lang na formula. Paki-browse na lang or scan nyo po yung inyong handout. Nandyan naman yan. Itong part na to. Okay, next, number 6. Tingnan po natin itong 6. Kung saan siya makaklasify. Velocity of transverse or velocity of longitudinal ba? Okay, what is the speed? Binanggit pala, speed of a transverse wave in the string. So we will use the same formula kanina. Tension over linear density. Okay, one end of horizontal string, for example, this is our string, is attached to a prong of an electrically driven tuning fork whose frequency of vibration is 250 vibration per second. The other end passes over a pulley and support a weight of 6 pounds. Kunwari may pulley po yan. Or para magawin lang nating simple yung figure. Yung spring, nagsusupport siya ng weight of 6 pounds. Siyempre, isusupport niya kaya ang tendency pababa, yung atin pong string may stretch. Therefore, merong tension, stretching force. And obviously, what will make the string be stretched or ano yung tension na magkakos sa string na ma-stretch is because of the weight of the load, diba? So, tension is equal to weight. Or may stretch yung string, logic lang, may stretch yung string dahil sa bigat ng buhat niya. Kaya ang tension din is 6 pounds. And may dalawa kasi tayong klase engineers ng pounds. Pound force tsaka pound mass. Okay? Since tension is a force and also weight is a force, alam nyo naman yan, weight natin, which has a formula mg, is a force. Kaya yung 6 pound force yan. Okay, substitute. And sabi dito, the linear weight density. So, automatic linear density given na agad, 0.0133 pound-foot. Okay, dito po. Diba sabi natin, linear density is mass per length. So, automatic, this pounds is mass. So, pound mass per foot, mass per length. Again, just like what we did kanina, chinek natin yung unit satisfaction or ika-cancel natin yung hindi kailangan, you need to recall what is a pound force. If Newton has a value, pound force is meron din. This is equivalent to slug feet per square second naman. Yan. Slug is a unit of mass. May marami kasi tayong klase po ng mga units. Bakit may Newton? So, itong mga units na to, engineers, this one, Newton, kilogram, meter, seconds, yung mga nakikita nyo na yan is SI units or what we call standard international or international standard unit na tinatawag, SI. SI po yan. Ano naman tawag dito sa pound, slug, foot? Ano kaya? Okay, English unit. English unit naman po to. And lastly, tatlo kasi yung klase, yung SI unit, English unit, tapos tinatawag din nating CGS unit. Or ito, nandiyan na yung kimo. Ibig sabihin, centimeter, gram, second. Okay, CGS naman yan. CGS, kapag ang involved centimeter, grams, dynes naman yung force nito. So anyway, going back here, so this is 6 slug feet per square second divided by 0.0133 pound mass over feet. Engineers, your goal here is to have a final answer in feet per second. Kaya dapat mong tanggalin si slug tsaka si pound mass. So, gagamit ulit tayo ng decisional conversion. So, take note, ang isang slug is equivalent to 32.2 pound mass. So, mula po dyan, makakancel natin yung unnecessary units na slug, pound mass, tsaka pound mass sa ibaba. So, ang natira na lang, feet per square second. Answer is 120, approximately. Letter B. Okay, number 7. Paki-screenshot na lang ang ating mga answers. When a source of a sound or a listener or both are in motion relative to the air, the pitch of the sound heard by the listener is not the same as when source and listener are at rest. In Tagalog, nakadepende sa position natin, kung nasaan tayo, kung anong movement natin, para masabi mong malakas o mahina yung isang sound. Okay? Pagka, yun nga, gumagalaw ka, tapos gumagalaw din yung source ng sound. Example, yun ng ambulance, diba? Habang papalapit sa bahay nyo, lumalakas, pero habang papalayo, kumihina. So, what do we call this phenomenon? So, Doppler effect. Yan, favorite natin na example yun nung elementary or high school, yung ambulance. Pinakita doon na may effect yung motion ng source of sound as well as yung tagapakinig. May effect sa lakas or pitch ng sound.